If you remember Windows XP, then you probably remember some of the classic games that were out there. There was Solitaire, Minesweeper, Spider Solitaire. But one of my favorite ones that I used to play was Pinball. Pinball was one of the very successful games that I really would play a lot on there. It was basically 3D pinball. But eventually, sadly, it was dropped when Windows Vista came out. And you would probably see that lots of people were like, what happened to it? And they felt very sad, and that's what happened a lot to Vista. But then you questioned again when Windows 8 came and Windows 10 came also, and it still wasn't there. One of the problems was that it was a 32-bit system, and the software wouldn't be available to convert to a 64-bit version on the installation for it to work. But regardless of whatever happened from the past on the systems, I'm going to show you how you can get the pinball back on this wonderful Windows 10. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I actually already have this file downloaded right here, but I'm going to show you where you can get it. And we're going to do some of those steps how to get this. Now, if you have a Windows XP CD, then this will probably be a lot easier, but this is going to be showing you how you can get it from the website and get this continued. So first thing you do is go to the web, and I would say to go to Google. In that list, type in Windows XP, and we're basically going to use the XP mode that lets allow software to run as Windows XP. From that list, you will see this download. You would press download, and you'll just have to select this one file and press next. It might take a while for it to download, regardless, but it should be worth it to get this file. And once that part, you can go ahead and save this file. Be sure that you save it at a specific location that you know at, because you're going to have to edit that file later. So I'm going to pretend like I put this on the desktop. I'm going to press save. I'm going to put on the second one just to show you. And it'll start downloading. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this because I already have this file downloaded. But once you have this file, I'm going to go ahead and delete this old one away because it's worthless. We're going to need another tool for this to be viewed, because we're actually going to change this file type. Now, one of the things you're going to need is probably 7-zip. 7-zip is a cool app. You can find it on the web. It's right here. If you need to, you can just go to Google and literally just type in 7-zip. So we'll type in 7-zip, and you'll see the first type on this website. Just download it. If you're going to run a 32-bit or 64, it's up to you. If you have a 64-bit, 32 will work on it also, but it's whatever you want to do. Just run and install that file. Once you're done, we're going to go to your desktop, or if you have the computer, now just go to Start, and go ahead. Oh, heck with it, we can just open up this Explorer right here. And once you're there, you will need to change a little settings on View. From there, you will choose File Extensions. So now we actually can know what type of file these are. Now, if you don't see it in that list up here on that view from File, you can go to Options and change the folder. Then you can choose View, and you can uncheck where it says Hide Extensions of known as file types. And you'll just press OK. So now we see this file called Windows XP mode. And it's a great system that we had, but we're just going to change this because it's an execution file. And we're going to change this to a zip file. And it'll ask you if you want to change it. Go ahead and press yes. And now we can look inside of this file. That's 7-zip. It'll probably take a little bit of seconds. It depends on your computer. From there, you'll need to go to Sources in this little folder, and you'll see another XPM file, and we're going to open inside of that file. I see this one's taking a little bit of time for it to work, but it's fine. Let it continue. And then you see other files, and you're wondering why the heck is this coming up to be other files for the software, but it's actually just hidden in here. So you'll go to the next one that's called Virtual XP VHD, and you're going to open the file inside of there. And just give it some time. As you know, this is taking some time for me to get it, but all based by how your computer runs. And once it's open, we'll see this really looks like it's almost a hard drive that you see on regular computers. Next, you'll go to Program Files, and then you will go to Windows NT, this wonderful folder right here. And what do we see? We see an old folder called Pinball. Now you can execute this file out. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to save it on desktop, just in case. Lots of times you execute and it could execute all the files like accessories, dialer, and stuff like that. I don't need those files. All I want is just Pinball. So I'm just going to make a folder that just for in case. And now after that, you can X this file out. You don't really need this. You literally can just almost throw this file away. So here's Pinball. I'm going to go ahead and open the file. And actually it seems that you didn't have to create a folder, so it's unnecessary. But regardless, it's here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up again. And we see a big list of files here. And what do we see? Is this Pinball? 3D Pinball? Well, let's see if it works. And here comes the classic game that we used to play. So as you see, the game is finally working. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit more nicer to pretend like it's a real app. So I'm just going to, this is up to you. If you want to, you can just run it like that and you're good and you can continue running this game. Now for me, I'm going to go to C drive. I'm just going to go ahead and paste that folder in there. So you see it's not on desktop. And I'm then going to open up folder. As you notice, I don't technically need this other folder. Let me just actually cut this up for you. And I'm going to paste it on itself. So now it looks like the same. And I'm actually going to send this to desktop. So now there's a shortcut of the Pinball right here. And I'm going ahead and rename this Pinball right here. Now I'll make it look even more cool by putting 3D Pinball. And here's your old classic game for Windows 10 running off on Windows XP software. Must be fun to get this old classic game back here on this computer. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching from Hilton's Computer Repair. Don't forget to subscribe. You'll find us here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're out there. Just look at us. And don't forget to come and see another video for us.